Greetings, everyone. My name is John Pfister, and welcome again to another edition of our Dean's Picks for the East Wheelock cluster here at Dartmouth College. This Dean's Picks is for the week of March the 10th. And as you notice, that we're in one of my favorite places in the East Wheelock cluster. This is the first floor lounge over in McCulloch, and I usually hold tea with the dean here. It's a great time to get together with some other students and sit and chat for a little bit. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Traditionally, Dean's Picks this time of the semester would talk about how to alleviate stress or get ready for finals. But this time around, I'm going to do something that's almost a bittersweet thing for me to do. That is, I'm going to be passing along a note from Dean Zimmerman. Gail Zimmerman has been my mentor, my first-year dean. She's the person who brought to me a great deal of knowledge about how to do everything from deaning all the way up to talk to students and feel comfortable in making some really tough decisions that I sometimes have to make during the course of my day. As you may have read in the deed, Dean Zimmerman, unfortunately due to budget cuts, is being let go. And so I'm passing on her farewell note to you as well. I also want to take a minute and pass along some other farewells. For those of you who might be looking at your copy of the Green Book, or might have found it somewhere in your stuff, this is for the class of 12, but every class has had a Green Book. And if you turn and look at the first few pages in the Green Book, what you'll end up seeing is a wonderful photograph of a great team. This great team was the first-year office, and it spent a great deal of time doing everything from putting on orientation to making sure that transfer credits were all taken care of, to guiding the class through its first year here as well. It's been a great privilege to work with this team, but unfortunately 4 people are going to be missing from this team as we go into next year. That one of those persons, of course, is Dean Zimmerman, but the other 3 are, of course, Louise Moon, our beloved registrar. There are few students that are not touched by Louise in some way. Every pre-matriculation credit, every SAT score comes through her office, and it's been a privilege to work with her. She's got over a decade with the college, and unfortunately her position was also cut. You'll also notice the smiling face of Lisa Ginn, who was, if you ever came into the first year office, was one of those really wonderful people that make you feel at home and make you feel welcome there. They are part and parcel of being in Parkhurst, but they also make coming to work for me day to day one of the most pleasurable activities. And perhaps the saddest for us here at East Wheelock is we'll also be missing Judy McNeil in next year. Judy's position, unfortunately, in East Wheelock was cut. And perhaps of all the people, I think that you'll probably feel the loss of Judy the most. That is, she will be the person who spent time smiling at you from our Brace Commons office, giving you a spare cup of coffee if we had one, or just even doing something simple like negotiating a large dinner for people or giving out tickets for the Hopkins Center. For both Susan Bryson, our faculty associate, Tessa Tyson, our community director, and myself, the loss of Judy is a real blow. And it's more than just missing somebody who was so instrumental in making the office a warm and wonderful place. It's more than just missing somebody who was clearly one of the key people in making sure that the East Wheelock experience was what it was. But I'm also missing a really good friend of mine, and I will both lament and miss her as time goes on. A student stopped by my office the other day and asked me what they could do. They had heard Judy was getting ready to go, and Judy, of course, didn't want to hear anything about having it celebrated or anything, and a student asked for some advice about what they could do. And my first reaction was, of course, to say something, to speak out. But I think lately here I've been feeling like a closer, more natural response for all of us is to say thank you. Say thank you in a kind word that you offer her. Say thank you in a kind word that you send up to the first year office if you've interacted with anyone up there. Maybe a personal note, even something as simple as an email. And if you do know these people, including Judy, and want to pass along your thanks and do something for a group of people who spent a great deal of time making the first year experience happen and important, what I recommend is just saying thank you to somebody, a custodian, a food line worker, maybe somebody you bump into in the hallway, administrative assistant to an academic department. But take a few minutes sometime this next week, as busy as it is with finals and papers and all the other things you have to do, just to say thank you. And we are a Dartmouth community. And when I talk about community, I just don't mean the faculty, or I just don't mean the deans, or I don't even just mean the people who run the day-to-day place. I mean us all, and that is the students, the faculty, the administration, and the people who are on the front line providing for you the comfort, care, and goodwill that this institution could offer. They're all part of our community as well. And we're only as strong as a celebration that we have for everyone who's here. So take some time this week, tough as it may seem, hard as it may seem in the face of papers and exams, and just say thank you. I think you'll not only feel better about it, but the person that you thank will feel like they're appreciated, and that's the most important. Other than that, have a great time, enjoy the rest of the week, spend some time getting ready for your finals and for your papers, and if you need to reach me and have any questions, I'll be in my Brace Commons office throughout the week and into the next week and even into the interim as well. Take care. See everyone around Brace. Bye-bye.